So good evening, everybody. Welcome to another daily transfer update. And the window slams shut real soon, and we are still nowhere near signing any midfielders. But we are going to speak about Jorginho in a minute. Yes, that Jorginho, the one at Chelsea. We'll look into it. I'll give you my thoughts on whether I think this story is fake, because I've seen everyone, oh, it's fake news. Well, it's only fake news if you don't believe it, isn't it? If you do believe it, then it's not fake news, is it? Same media outlets are posting out about Thomas Partey, and that's not fake news. So we're going to get into that in a minute. Before I do that, make sure you follow me on Insta, LeeGunner82. The link for that is in the description. And if you want to be in with a chance to win a signed and framed Dennis Bergkamp t-shirt, that competition ends on Monday after the Liverpool game against us at Anfield. So if you want to get involved, make sure you download Flick. The link for that is in the description. Scroll down the timeline on Flick to the Bergkamp t-shirt giveaway. Bottom right, you'll see some little characters sat there. Click on it, put 2 emotes in the chat, and you are qualified. One lucky person will win that shirt. And good luck, shall we say. But we are linked today to Jorginho. And like I said, a lot of people are sitting there claiming it's fake news. And no, it's not. It's not a player that we need. You know, we're in for Thomas Partey, we're in for Houssem Aouar, etc., etc., etc. And listen, this story has come out of nowhere. There is a lot of stories linking us to Chelsea players. Obviously, Guendouzi's part of it. Has he handed a transfer request in? Hasn't he handed a transfer request in? Who knows? One thing I do know here is that they are trying to sign this guy, Declan Rice. And if they sign Declan Rice, Jorginho is surplus to requirements. It's as simple as that. I don't think, although he was captain at the weekend, I've seen a lot of people go, oh, he was captain for Chelsea. Yeah, that's because Azpilicueta didn't play and he's vice captain. That's why he was captain. So I don't think because he's been captain this season in the 2 opening games in the Premier League, I don't think that's a reason not to think that there's anything in this, because I look at it and I think they clearly want Declan Rice. We don't want Guendouzi. We've handed him out to just about everybody. If they sign Declan Rice, which, listen, if Chelsea want a player, 99.9% of the time, they go and get their man. Declan Rice is going to be around 50 million quid. If they put 50 million quid up, they're getting their man, which means Jorginho is surplus to requirements. What I will say is they paid around 45, 50 million for Jorginho, which means, are we having to pay for Jorginho? Are we swapping Guendouzi plus cash for Jorginho? Let's not also forget here as well, Man City were very, very close to signing Jorginho from Napoli, which is why their deal for Koulibaly is taking forever, because they fell out with the powers that be Man City at Napoli. So that's why they don't like to deal direct with Napoli. They go through an intermediary I'll get that word out. You know what I mean? And they use a guy, an agent, to broker the deal, because they don't want to deal with Napoli because of that particular deal with Jorginho. Jorginho, by all accounts, should have been a Man City player. That didn't happen. Chelsea fully swooped and bang. And Man City has still got sour grapes over that. But Jorginho, I look at him as a footballer and I think, are you better than what we've got? Like, real talk. I don't dislike him. Like, I've watched him quite a lot. Obviously, we cover loads of games on this channel. I do watch a lot of Chelsea. A lot of my friends are Chelsea fans. And every time I see him, I think, like, you're just a bit of a nothing player, isn't you? You got good passing. Yeah, you pass the ball around lovely. You score penalties. Well done. You scored 10 goals for Chelsea. I think 8 of them are penalties. He has only ever missed 1 penalty for Chelsea. He's missed 2 penalties in his entire career out of 22, I think. He's only missed 2. One of them was the other day against Liverpool, funny enough. But I just look at it and I think that, what does he bring to the table that we haven't already got in Granit Xhaka? Yeah, because I don't particularly rate Jorginho. I don't rate Granit Xhaka. Is he a massive upgrade? I don't know. One thing I do know is Man City wanted him. So Mikel Arteta and Pep would have had that conversation about, oh, he could be the guy who could fit our system. And if we're going to go down that route of the Man City style of play, then Jorginho story makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? Not only that, we have got Guendouzi, which is clearly a player that Arteta doesn't rate at all. So when I look at it, I just think like, yes, the stories come out of nowhere, but there could be some level of truth to this, because if they do get Declan Rice, where's he playing? Yeah, he's going to play in Jorginho's spot, which means Jorginho is going to want to leave because he ain't going to get game time every week. Would Jorginho walk into our team? That's debatable. Like I said, I don't particularly rate him. Would Guendouzi be part of a swap deal? It's feasible. And let's be honest here, we are not going to go and get Houssem Aouar and Thomas Partey. I've said it for ages. Yeah, this club is a joke. Yeah, it's an absolute joke how we run our football club. And two of the three biggest clubs in England, Man United and Arsenal, funny enough, can't spend any money. Oh, why is that? Yes, because they've been piss poorly managed for a decade. And now we're skint. So, yeah, well, we're not skint. Well, we are skint, but we're not skint. And I'm going to do a video on this for 9 o'clock. So make sure you come back and check that out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Set notification bell. But I'd love to know your thoughts on this, because I think if we was to give them Guendouzi, I think they'd take Guendouzi. I think Arteta does like Jorginho. So how much is Jorginho worth in comparison to Guendouzi? There you go. There's Guendouzi. We'll have Jorginho. What's the difference? What's the balance? 25? 20? Don't forget, they paid nearly 50 million quid for this geezer. He does still have 3 years left on his contract, which ironically is the same length of time as Granit Xhaka. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Like I said, I don't necessarily think this is fake news. It may well be, but I would not be shocked one little bit if we tried to get Jorginho before the end of this window. I'd also not be surprised if we didn't. So I just look at it both ways, and I think, you know what, it makes a little bit more sense than most people just go, oh, it's fake news. Why? Because it's not Kante. If it was Kante, would you believe it then? Come on, man. Seriously, use a bit of logic with it. Anyway, don't forget the Bergkamp competition. 2 emotes in the chat. Download Flick. Put the 2 emotes in the chat to be in with a chance to win a signed frame Dennis Bergkamp shirt. I'm gutted I can't enter myself, but yes, go and check that out right now. Also follow my Insta. And like I said, I will be back at 9 o'clock. We're going to go through why Arsenal got no money. So make sure you come and check that out at 9 o'clock tonight. And I'm gonna break it down for you, baby. And we'll move on from there, and then all realise that we're shafted. But there you go. Anyway, all have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever it is you're doing. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.